Long Gone Gulch is the pilot for an animated show of the same name, and is the passion project of animation veterans Tara Billinger and Zach Bellissimo. It's been in development for around 5 years, while the actual concept for it was conceived even before then. Now the pilot has finally dropped onto YouTube, and these are my thoughts. There will be mild spoilers, so please make sure to watch the episode before this review. Otherwise, please enjoy.
What in the Sam Hill Sugar Bill is going on here, you heathens?
So what is the pilot about? It's an animated western action-adventure comedy set in the titular location of Long Gone Gulch. It's a mysterious place where creatures of urban legend, folklore and mythology all coexist together. It's governed by the jackalope mayor Rhubarb, but the show focuses on his two rowdy and chaotic human sheriffs named Rawhide and Snag. Rawhide is the smarter one of the duo, which isn't saying much, but it's something. She's a courageous, headstrong young woman, determined to prove she has what it takes to live up to her late father's legacy as a great sheriff. I think she's hilarious. She's so extreme, and I love watching her overreact and take things way too far.
Like my respect, you don't deserve it.
Snag, on the other hand, is more of a chill, lovable jerk who couldn't seem to care less about his job, being in it for the power and thrill. With that being said, he'll jump to action if his hair is threatened, which he seems to care a lot more about than working. He's a charming goof, and I love me a himbo. I really like the relationship between these two. It's wholesome, chaotic, but most importantly, entertaining. And of course, I can't talk about these sheriffs without talking about the mayor. This dude makes me laugh. He kind of sucks, but you can't help but feel sorry for him. He's tragically pathetic, with a tiny body and unrequited love for his secretary.
You know there's no candy. It's just my body.
I also need to mention, you know designs are good when you can make out the personality of the characters just by looking at them, and this description fits these guys to a T. It's great. While both Rawhide and Snag are the protagonists, the pilot very much felt like Rawhide's story, while Snag took up more of a supporting role, and in my eyes she did the perfect job of carrying the episode. She had very believable, empathetic motives, and I definitely wanted to see her succeed. I'm also fond of how they teased her late dad, which not only works as a motivation for her character, but also doubles as an interesting mystery to find out about later on. As I understand it, the premise of the show would be a villain of the week type deal, where we'd see a wide variety of creatures take up the role of antagonist each episode. And in the pilot, we got our first look at the shark outlaw Mako. I adore Mako. Sharks are already rad as hell, but what makes this dude even better is that he's voiced by the extremely talented Eric Bauza, who does like half of the characters' voices in the new Looney Tunes reboots. He's one of those antagonists that do the whole goofball villain thing, but while still being genuinely threatening. I feel like they struck a great balance in that regard. I'm assuming he's going to be a recurring villain, or at least I hope so, as I'm excited to see him again. Also, he's kinda hot.
I expected twice the discipline and 3 times the professional behavior.
During the episode, we're also introduced to a wide cast of fantastically designed supporting characters. While they all look interesting, the one who stood out for me the most in the pilot is BW. Not to be confused with DW from Arthur, but she is just as much of a dick. I look forward to seeing how much her character develops when the actual show happens, plus it's fun to just watch arseholes be arseholes. Another great aspect of the show is the comedy, which I found to be very well written. It doesn't resort to bottom-of-the-barrel pop culture references like a lot of other modern animated shows. Not that references are always a bad thing, but it's nice to see an animation that relies solely on its own merit to be relevant and entertaining.
Ugh, I wish I could punch something right now.
Despite the fact that the pilot doesn't have any explicit content and isn't strictly for adults, it never feels like it's talking down to the audience either. It definitely feels like it can be enjoyed at any age, reminding me of the original Powerpuff Girls in terms of tone. So yeah, the writing is absolutely fantastic, but what LGG truly excels at in my opinion is its amazing animation. You can tell that each and every frame had a ton of hard work and effort poured into them. It's a true love letter to the medium. The animation just feels so alive, being highly expressive, extremely crisp, and wonderfully vibrant. On the topic of the animation, I have to mention this one particular scene where Rawhide and Mako have a stare-off. It's so wonderfully over the top, and really just shows how far the pilot went to be visually interesting. And those are my thoughts on Long Gone Gulch. I thought it was more than worth the wait, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more cartoon reviews. Feel free to comment your thoughts on Long Gone Gulch down below, and I'll see you next time.